Welcome to the Rich People Club, where we unlock the secrets to building wealth and achieving financial freedom. Let me ask you, how often have you felt stuck, paycheck to paycheck, wondering if there's a way to save more without completely overhauling your life? Most people think doubling their savings in just a month is impossible, but what if I told you it's not only achievable, but simpler than you imagine? In this video, we're diving into 12 powerful steps that can help you take control of your money, save smarter, and create the financial luxury you've been dreaming of. No drastic sacrifices, no magic tricks. Just real, actionable strategies that can change your life starting today. Ready to turn your savings into success? Let's get started. Break down your savings goals. It's easy to look at a big financial goal, like saving $10,000, and feel overwhelmed. But breaking it down into smaller, digestible pieces makes it feel less like climbing a mountain and more like taking manageable steps. Think about it. $10,000 in a year is about $193 a week. That's just skipping a few luxuries like eating out or cutting back on impulsive online purchases. Once the goal is broken down, set clear weekly or monthly targets. For instance, saving $250 each payday feels achievable when you plan ahead. Use practical tools like a budgeting app or even a simple notebook to track your progress. Seeing your savings grow incrementally motivates you to keep going, like crossing off items on a checklist. Automation is your best friend here. Set up an automatic transfer to a dedicated savings account every time your paycheck hits. By automating, you're essentially paying yourself first. This eliminates the temptation to spend that money before it's even saved. Imagine treating your savings like a subscription. It's non-negotiable. Breaking down your goal is just the first step in building momentum. Once you've made saving a routine, you'll find yourself looking for ways to accelerate the process, which brings us to an even more structured approach. Set a deadline for your goals. Without a deadline, goals often remain dreams. Assigning a specific timeline to your savings target creates urgency and structure, turning aspirations into actionable plans. Imagine you want to save $10,000. If you aim to do it in 12 months, that's about $833 per month. But what if you shorten the timeline to 6 months? The challenge becomes saving roughly $1,667 monthly. A bold but achievable stretch. Deadlines also bring focus and help you prioritize. For example, if you're saving for a luxury vacation or a down payment on a new car, knowing your target date lets you adjust your lifestyle. You might skip those frequent coffee runs or delay upgrading your phone. It's about shifting your mindset from someday to this month. Accountability is another benefit of deadlines. Share your goals with a trusted friend or family member, or use a savings tracker app that nudges you when you fall behind. Think of it like training for a marathon. You have to hit those mile markers on time to cross the finish line. Setting a deadline not only ensures steady progress, but also keeps you motivated to stay on track. As you meet smaller milestones, you'll start questioning how to make the bigger expenses more manageable, which brings us to tackling those significant fixed costs. Cut major fixed expenses. Big fixed expenses, like rent and car payments, eat up a huge chunk of your income, often without you realizing how much. Reducing these costs can free up significant money for your savings. For instance, consider negotiating your rent. It might sound intimidating, but landlords often prefer stable, long-term tenants over vacancy periods. Offer something in return, like signing a longer lease or forgoing a parking space you don't need. Transportation is another area where you can save big. If you're paying for car insurance, review your policy for unused features. Perhaps you're insured for coverage you no longer need. Alternatively, public transportation or carpooling could dramatically cut costs. Imagine saving hundreds every month just by sharing rides with colleagues or using a monthly bus pass instead of maintaining a car. Subscription services also fall into this category. Streaming platforms, gym memberships, or premium apps often pile up unnoticed. Review your monthly expenses and cancel anything you don't use often. Even trimming a few subscriptions could add up to hundreds saved yearly, redirecting that money straight into your savings account. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Rich People Club. By joining, you'll stay connected with more actionable advice to help you achieve the financial freedom you deserve. Now, let's talk about reassessing what you really need before making purchases. Assess needs before buying. Impulse purchases are the silent killers of savings goals. Before buying anything, ask yourself, do I really need this? That new gadget might be tempting, but if your current one works fine, holding off could mean a big difference in your savings journey. Pausing to question the necessity of a purchase helps separate needs from wants. Once you decide something is essential, explore ways to get it cheaper. Use price comparison websites, wait for sales, or consider buying secondhand. For instance, instead of splurging on a luxury brand's new handbag, you could find a barely used one on resale platforms for a fraction of the cost. It's about being smart, not stingy. Another trick is creating a 30-day rule for non-essential items. When you see something you want, write it down and revisit it after a month. Often, the excitement fades, and you realize you didn't need it after all. It's a simple way to avoid buyer's remorse and keep your savings intact. Assessing needs before buying isn't just about saving money. It's about shifting your mindset. Once you master this, you'll naturally start prioritizing financial health over fleeting desires, paving the way to address something even more critical: high-interest debt. Prioritize high-interest debt repayment. Debt is like a leaky faucet. It drains your resources faster than you realize. High-interest debt, such as credit cards, is particularly damaging because the interest often outweighs what you earn from savings. For instance, saving $5,000 at 4% annual interest earns you $200, but owing $5,000 at 18% interest costs you $900. That's a $700 loss. Paying off high-interest debt first is like giving yourself an instant raise. Start by listing your debts in order of interest rate, from highest to lowest. Focus on knocking out the most expensive ones while making minimum payments on the rest. This approach, known as the avalanche method, minimizes the total interest you pay over time. It's not just about numbers. It's about freedom. Imagine being debt-free and redirecting those monthly payments into your savings or investments instead. That's the kind of power that builds wealth and sets you on the path to becoming a millionaire. Clearing high-interest debt frees up your finances, making room for strategic budgeting. With this newfound financial clarity, you'll be ready to categorize your spending and optimize every dollar. Categorize spending with a simple method. Managing your money becomes a breeze when you categorize spending into clear buckets. Think of it as dividing your income into 3 simple categories: needs, wants, and future. Needs are your essentials: rent, utilities, groceries. Wants are for enjoying life: dining out, streaming subscriptions, or that weekend getaway. Future covers savings and investments, securing your wealth over time. Start by estimating how much you spend in each category. For instance, if your monthly income is $5,000, you might allocate 50% to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to future. Once you've done this, track your actual spending for a month. You might discover that your wants category is eating into your future funds, making it clear where adjustments are needed. Tools like budgeting apps can help automate this process, giving you real-time insights into your spending habits. For example, if you're overspending on dining out, the app might suggest setting a cap. Redirecting that excess into savings could help you meet your financial goals faster. Categorizing your spending isn't about restriction, it's about alignment. By consciously choosing where your money goes, you're actively building a life of luxury and financial freedom. Once you've mastered this, it's time to reassess your wants and trim any unnecessary indulgences. Reevaluate leisure spending. Leisure spending often sneaks up on you, draining your wallet faster than you expect. It's those frequent coffee shop visits, impulsive shopping sprees, or multiple streaming subscriptions that add up. Taking a closer look at these fun expenses can reveal opportunities to save without feeling deprived. For example, brewing your coffee at home instead of buying it daily could save you hundreds over the year. One approach is to set a monthly cap for leisure spending. If you allocate $300 for outings and entertainment, stick to it. Use cash or a separate card for these expenses so you're aware when you're nearing your limit. This keeps your spending intentional and prevents it from spilling into your savings. Look for creative, low-cost alternatives to your usual splurges. Instead of dining at expensive restaurants every weekend, try hosting a potluck with friends. It's more personal, and everyone saves money. Or replace your gym membership with outdoor activities like running or biking. Reevaluating leisure spending isn't about cutting all the fun. It's about prioritizing what brings real value to your life. Once you've reined in your discretionary spending, it's time to track these changes and adjust your broader financial goals. Track spending and adjust goals. Tracking your spending is like keeping a map of your financial journey. It shows where your money goes and how to redirect it. Start by reviewing your bank statements and categorizing expenses over the past month. This step often uncovers surprising patterns, like how much you spend on delivery apps or impulse purchases. Awareness is the first step toward control. Once you know your spending habits, compare them to your savings goals. For example, if you aim to save $500 monthly, but discover you're overspending $200 on unnecessary subscriptions, you can adjust accordingly. Canceling those services or downgrading to cheaper options instantly frees up cash for your savings. Regularly revisit and tweak your goals as circumstances change. Did you get a bonus? Allocate a portion to accelerate your savings. Are unexpected expenses cropping up? Rework your budget temporarily to stay on track without derailing your progress entirely. Flexibility ensures your plan stays realistic and achievable. Tracking spending also makes hitting milestones more satisfying. Seeing the gap between your spending and your goals shrink motivates you to keep pushing. Once you've mastered this balance, the next step is to refine how you manage your overall expenses for maximum efficiency. Optimize your expenses. Optimizing your expenses is all about making your money work harder without sacrificing your quality of life. Start with recurring bills like utilities or insurance. For instance, shop around for better rates on car insurance or bundle services like internet and cable for discounts. Even small adjustments, like switching to energy-efficient appliances, can cut costs significantly. Another area ripe for optimization is grocery shopping. Plan meals ahead, stick to a list, and look for store brands instead of premium options. Using apps that track deals or offer cashback can also stretch your dollar further. It's not about being cheap. It's about being smart with your spending. Subscriptions are another common money drain. Audit everything from streaming platforms to gym memberships. If you're not using them frequently, cancel or downgrade. For example, switching from a premium plan to a basic one can free up funds to funnel into savings or investments. Optimizing expenses doesn't mean living like a monk. It means channeling money toward what matters most. Once you've tightened your financial belt, it's time to look at the other side of the equation, increasing your income to unlock even greater wealth-building opportunities. Increase your income. Boosting your income is a game-changer when it comes to achieving financial freedom. There's only so much you can cut from your expenses, but your earning potential? That's limitless. Consider asking for a raise at your current job. Just make sure to back it up with evidence of your contributions. Alternatively, switching to a higher-paying role within your industry can also provide a significant bump in pay. Side hustles are another powerful way to grow your wealth. From freelancing in a skill you already have to selling products online, there's a wide range of opportunities. For example, tutoring in a subject you're skilled in or renting out a spare room on Airbnb can quickly bring in extra cash. Every additional dollar can go directly into savings or investments, accelerating your path to success. Monetizing hobbies is another overlooked goldmine. Love photography? Offer paid shoots. Enjoy crafting? Open an online store. The key is turning something you already enjoy into a source of money. Not only does this boost your income, but it makes the process feel less like work and more like play. As you increase your income, balancing the temptation to spend more with the discipline to save more becomes essential. The next step is mastering this balance to ensure you're maximizing every financial opportunity. Balance saving and earning more. When income rises, so does the temptation to splurge on luxury items or lifestyle upgrades. Striking the right balance between saving and spending is crucial to building lasting wealth. For example, if you secure a raise or start earning more from a side hustle, resist the urge to inflate your lifestyle. Instead, direct a portion of that extra money straight into savings or investments. A good rule of thumb is the 50/30/20 principle. Allocate 50% of your income to necessities, 30% to wants, and 20% to future goals. As your earnings grow, shift the balance to save even more. For instance, bumping that 20% to 30% can significantly speed up your path to millionaire status without feeling like a sacrifice. Set clear financial priorities to avoid emotional spending. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, investing in the stock market, or creating an emergency fund, knowing where your money is going keeps you grounded. Apps and spreadsheets can help visualize how each decision impacts your financial future. Balancing saving and earning isn't about denying yourself. It's about maximizing every opportunity to build wealth. With this equilibrium in place, you'll be ready to adopt strategies that ensure long-term financial transformation. Adopt strategies to transform your financial future. True financial success requires more than just saving. It demands adopting strategies that create long-term wealth. Start by investing your savings into assets that appreciate over time, such as index funds, real estate, or even starting a business. For instance, consistently investing in an S&P 500 index fund can yield powerful returns, compounding your money effortlessly over the years. Building multiple income streams is another transformative strategy. Consider diversifying beyond your primary job by exploring rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or monetizing a skill like teaching online courses. The goal is to create a steady flow of passive income that grows independently of your time. Developing financial literacy is equally crucial. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Intelligent Investor to deepen your understanding of money management. Financially savvy individuals know how to make their money work for them, turning small decisions into large gains over time. Adopting these strategies doesn't just change your bank balance. It changes your mindset. As you implement them, you'll notice how each step builds upon the last, creating momentum toward a life of luxury, wealth, and success. Now, it's time to take all this knowledge and put it into action. If this video helped you unlock the secrets to saving smarter and doubling your wealth, hit that subscribe button and join the Rich People Club for more powerful insights into building the life you deserve. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss another opportunity to learn how to elevate your success and achieve financial freedom. Now it's your turn. How will you apply these strategies to your own life? What step are you most excited to implement? Let us know in the comments below and let's start a conversation. Remember, the journey to becoming a millionaire starts with small, intentional actions. So, take charge of your future and start doubling those savings today. The next step is yours to take.